When an individual has spent a significant amount of time in a nursing home, that individual, also known as a Medi-Cal recipient, eventually passes away. It is not uncommon for the Medi-Cal office to make a claim against that person's estate. Well, the surviving spouse of that person can actually challenge the claim of the Medi-Cal office. In this video, we are going to talk about the technicalities that are involved in making such an opposition. Greetings, my name is Phancao with the Asset Protection Center. I am an estate planning attorney focused in the field of asset protection and elder law out in the state of California and Florida. So before I begin, I'd like to let you know that I am indeed wearing a pink shirt, and it's not the coloring of your video, but now that that's out of the way, let's focus on the subject matter at hand. So what happens? An individual passes sometimes in the nursing home, and you're looking at anywhere from $7,500 to $10,000 a month for California at least. And imagine that that person has spent 2 to 3 years in the nursing home, and upon the passing away of that individual, the Medi-Cal office wants to make a claim against that estate because, after all, a significant amount of finances has been put into caring for that person. While the surviving spouse is indeed allowed to challenge that claim and request that the remaining assets should be kept for him or her. So let's look at the components that you want to include in making such a claim. First and foremost, as basic as it may sound, the surviving spouse wants to explain the relationship to the Medi-Cal recipient. Was it the spouse, a dependent, some type of heir? A relationship needs to be established. And then you want to do a hardship waiver upon receipt of the notice of the estate claim. And you have 60 days to make that opposition. Once you do that, you want to make sure that you accompany that with detailed invoices or billing as to why you are entitled to do so. And finally, you want substantial documentation to prove that there is a hardship on your behalf. You can't just state, so-and-so passed away, I should be entitled to the estate. You want to explain why financially it is a difficult position for you, whether it's because the mortgage is a hard monthly payment to come by, whether your standard of living is affected by the passing away of the Medi-Cal recipient. So these are just some of the components that you want to keep in mind. Let me see, make sure that I didn't forget anything. Yes, the Medi-Cal office has 90 days in order for them to respond to your opposition. Now I have to tell you, in reality, it is not common for you to receive a response within that 90-day timeline, but that is usually the standard. And finally, if you get a response that rejects your opposition, you have 60 days upon receipt of that notice to make an estate hearing. So hopefully I didn't get too technical on this video. I hope this was helpful. If you want to find out more, go to assetprotectioncenter.com and request our brochure, and we'll send you more information about this. Finally, if it's a pressing matter, call me 714-966-2646, and I'll be happy to discuss your situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.